Good evening, investors. A fixed trader from GoldMedalPennyStocks.com here tonight, and I want to take a second to talk to you about the stock chart for SEEK, TheDirectory.com Incorporated, which is an OTC markets traded stock. So the first thing I want to point out on this chart is that it's looking really bounce ready. We're sitting here around support levels that have been proven and tested time after time here in this 0009 through 001 to 11 kind of area here. Once again, it's important to think of support as a zone and resistance as a zone versus just being a set line. So the fact that we're sitting here around these 52-week lows and we've been supporting here pretty well over the past several trading sessions is a good sign. And it looks like we're starting to see some volume pick back up too. I'll get to that in a second. But basically, as far as support goes, we want to watch this 0009 and 001, 0011 kind of area. That's where we're looking for a bounce from. And as far as resistance goes, we're really wanting to watch this 0013 line first. That could be the first big break we see. And then after that, this 0015 area is going to be another challenge. But if we can pierce through that, we could very well see a big price surge like we saw back here in this summer. And it's also important to notice that this one had a very nice move last summer as well. It's seen some very strong accumulation over the course of the past year, and it's held this range pretty strongly. And like I said, we're at the bottom of it, so it's looking like bounce time. So now let's talk about this RSI here. You can see that we're sitting at 29 here for the 14 period RSI, which is just dipping into that oversold category. And then we're at 18.09 for the 5 period RSI. The 5 period is much more volatile, so we're looking for this to take a nice spike up and cross over this 14 period RSI as they both curl up. What could do that would be one of these resistance levels breaking on the upside, and that's going to be a nice short-term momentum indicator when we get that crossover. We're also looking for it to continue to surge up above this 50 line. Our 50 to 70 is the really strong zone for the RSI to be in. So we're watching for first this 5 period RSI crossover above that 14, and then for a nice move up into that 50 to 70 range. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Now let's talk about the volume. You can see that after this nice solid surge we saw towards the end of May, beginning of June here, you'll see that the volume kind of decreased in terms of the pattern. You can see the average going down over time. We'd seen decreased volume. But if you look at the past several weeks, we've actually seen our volume starting to increase a little bit again, and that's looking very good in terms of people accumulating shares again, which could help lead to some more short-term momentum as stronger hands move in. So talking about momentum still, you can see that our MACD and TRIX indicators are both looking pretty bottomed out and right on the verge of crossovers here. So when we get that nice solid bullish crossover, the lines should both continue to curl up, which would obviously be an increasingly bullish sign as it curls back up around the zero, above the zero here, and above the zero here on the MACD as well. So we're watching for some nice curl ups between both of these indicators, and we're also watching for the crossovers. The Williams percent are also oversold at the moment. We're looking for a bounce in terms of that as well. Basically, all of our indicators here are kind of showing a really oversold and bottomed out chart. And it's just starting to see some accumulation again, and I pointed that out with the volume, but I also want to point it out here on the CMF, the chicken money flow, which is another accumulation indicator. You can see that it's still trending upwards pretty strongly, and over the past several weeks, the volume has been picking up, the buying pressure has been picking up, and we are starting to see some serious accumulation here. Accumulation is pretty much the start of a lot of moves, because when people are accumulating shares in a lower range, they're obviously doing so because they're expecting an upside run or some kind of upside pressure. And you've got these giant surges of accumulation over time. I mean, if you can take a look at the chart and see what kind of price action those help cause, I mean, it's pretty solid price action that usually occurs when the accumulation starts like that. So combine that accumulation with the short-term momentum that we're seeing coming in here, and we're looking pretty good. And then one other thing that I wanted to point out here is the fact that we had this bearish trend in power for a while, but the bearish trend has lost strength, and it is actually not even a relevant trend anymore. So we're right here, our plus DI line, which is this green one here, is about to take charge from the looks of things, which would put us theoretically into a bullish trend as long as this ADX line, which is the blue one, comes up above 20. So all in all, our bullish trend seems to be just starting to form. We're looking really great, and this particular stock has a history of making very solid price gains when it's seen accumulation in the kind of pattern that we're seeing right now. So please remember that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not base a buy or sell decision on anything I've said. This is my opinions only. Thanks for watching, and good luck trading.